Well, hello there, YouTube. Today is Monday, April 2nd. Thought I'd take the bike out for a ride. It's really nice. It's like 70 degrees, so it's about perfect. I walked out in shorts and a t-shirt and stood out there, and I started my bike, and I'm standing out there, and I think, I might have to go get some pants on. It feels a little chilly, and I'm glad I did, because I'd be cold in t-shirts and a short, and I put my jacket on, so it's about perfect. Anyway, I was just telling my wife that normally I use the Rotella T6. I think it's 5W40 in the bike, and my wife's car takes 5W40, so it's perfect for hers. But I also put the Rotella in her car and the Rotella T6 in mine, and I told her that, you know, since I put the 10W40 in here, it's a Valvoline for the motorcycle, 10W40. Normally when I first start up my bike, I always hear like a little bit of slight knocking, like something in the motor is just slightly knocking until it gets warmed up, or until the oil gets in there. Excuse me. And I started up with this 10W40 in there, and I never hear that anymore. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the oil I'm going to start using instead of the 5W40, because I think that might just be a little bit too thin. I think I'm really in tune with the bike and the car and everything. So I mean, I noticed that 10W40, when I first start the bike up, there's no noise. The oil, it must be thicker, so it kind of stays up in there a little bit. So there's no knocking, and it's just super smooth starting. And so I think that's what I'm going to keep going to, is 10W40. I actually did go to Walmart. Yes, I just changed the oil on this not too long ago. So I went to Walmart and I just picked up some more. I bought the Mobile One 10W40, and as long as, you know, that circle on the back, as long as it's, you know, the writing's on the top and it's not on the bottom, that means there's no additives that can harm a wet clutch or make your motorcycle feel weird. So that Mobile One is still good because it doesn't have any of those additives in it. So I bought that for my bike, and I'll probably change it before we go on our trip again in June. But I'm liking this oil better. I always swore by the Rotella T6 because I've used it for so long, but I think my bike actually is a little bit smoother with this. I mean, it always was smooth, but when the first startup, it's a lot smoother, and there was no little knocking or anything inside there, like something, you know, not getting oil or something. So it's a little bit better. And I'm gonna put that, I always use synthetic in the cars too, but in my car, when I take it to the gym, when I go to the gym in the afternoon, and I notice when I start it, it's knocking or ticking a little bit too. So I'm going to start using the 10W40 in there, like I probably should, but I can buy a gallon of that Mobile One or something, because it takes like 5 quarts. This thing only takes 4. So my wife's takes 6. So I'm going to start using that in my car too, and see if I can tell the difference, like on startup. Anyway, bye.